All right. So, pretty sure this is going to be adult content. I'm sorry, but welcome to the season review of Are You Afraid of the Dark Ghost Island, aka Damn It, What the Hell Did You Do to the Second Half? All right, I'm not going to explain all of it because, oh, fuck, damn it, man. Fuck, damn. I'm just going to explain what it was. It's like, okay. Let's at least have this one half of not spoiling it be family content, and then the rest will be straight up trashing the whole entire thing. So, what I think of it, it was good for the first half. That was it. It was good for the first half. Then the second half came. I watched the third one. I was like, oh, what the frick? And I didn't want to go to sadly, when I was watching it, the fourth and final episode aired, and I was like, yeah, I'm pretty sure there's more episodes. It's like, oh, it's 4 episodes. It's like, oh, okay, well, just one more. Because if it was even more episodes, I would have to be like, I don't think I'm going to be able to get through this because you guys chose the wrong move. So did I like it? I like the first half of it. That's the sad part. It's like, I like the first half of it. The other half was like total, what the frick? Oh man. Would I recommend it? I would say for those who actually like a good story, it most likely will be good for you. But it has the messed up thing where it's like, because usually with life, basically with me, I'm like, well, they talk about the fact of victimhood of the villains, and I don't see that anywhere. It's not affecting me at all, so I am cool. And then here comes this season, and straight up, wind the punch and bam! Right dead in the jaw. Son of a bitch. It's like, yep, they made the person that was the monster a victim. And then they had the real bad guy, which I was like, really? 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 It's like, you have to think about it, being like, oh, maybe he is a bad guy. Maybe, but it's like, there's no real connection to how he truly is the bad guy besides victimizing the villain. So I'm just going to say, that's the best thing ever, is that it's to your own opinion. But if you don't like the idea of a villain being victimized, a victimized villain, and then there's another villain, it's like, yeah, and then there's the real villain, it's like that reveal. If you are okay with that, then go for it. I'm pretty sure you do. But it's mostly for those who actually see this problem, see this messed up issue, and be like, oh, seriously? Really now? Really? You stooped this low? Really? And you could actually hear tones of being like, yep, and it says it's basically made for this decade, where it's like, we gotta make sure that people are represented. So LGBTQ community, we got you. You want to make sure that it's, yeah, girl power, but cranked up to 11. We got you. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me, dude? Are you freaking damn kidding me? And hopefully the phone is all right now, because I don't get to actually do this at home. Yeah, no, I have to do it in a hot car studio. Anyways, that's just a freaking issue. So, yeah, I'll let you guys enjoy your own opinions. It is a good story. It's just that it really went down the second half to where it's like, oh, are you freaking kidding me? With that out of the way, now you can go into spoilers. So,
And now, our feature program.
okay, So here we go. I did the first part, the first episode. Then the second episode continued on. I forgot what exactly happened, but it was just a fact of where she was trying to do messed up crap and trying to do stuff. And then it gets to the point where it's like, okay, well, we need to end this now. It's like, yeah, well, not to mention the fact of the boy, freaking Ghost Nick. Yes, he was a ghost. LGBTQ community, baby. And it's like, okay, so his friend that was trying to save him, he was into him too. It's like, no, they were just friends. It's like, oh, okay, so I guess then you just like the white boys, like yourself. It's like, white boys, huh? You can't really go for the dark meat, eh? And it's like, that's the messed up part. And I'm like, yeah, if you're gonna go all in, at least go all in. But I guess it's kind of good that it shows that he's more than just, oh, I was thinking about this guy right here, but hey, here's this new guy. It's like, at least it's not like that. At least it's not like that. So let's see. Nick thought it was a great idea, or Matt, I forgot his name. It's like, they don't deserve to get their names mentioned. He threw something at the window to set the girl in the mirror free, which, of course, we got to have the little thing of, okay, and this was the third one. It's like, okay, well, let's read about what happened to her. It turns out that she was a very competent woman. It's like, oh, very competent little woman. It's like, oh, that's good. That's awesome that she's able to carpenter and stuff. And she saved a person who had a ship that had issues, and she decided to help him, but she wanted him to help also to get her out there and to sail the seas, you know? And he was going to come back to get her, but sadly he died. And this is where we get the connection to season 2. It turns out the Book of Shadows. The Book of Shadows apparently travels everywhere. So it was on that island and eventually went into that small town that was featured in season 2. This is where I'm getting to the point where it's like, so you guys want to make it so that, she was missing her love of her life and she stole, not borrow, not bought the book, but stole the Book of Shadows so she can do the spell that she didn't know what the fuck she was doing, and she got fucked over doing it. Yeah, because he was dead. He actually was able to switch sides. Now he's in the land of the living and forever immortal. I don't know how that fucking happened, but that's how it goes. And apparently they didn't even have the stones of being like, yep. And he actually begot children. And for generations of generations, he was part of the island and most likely even established the freaking damn hotel. But yeah, we don't get to have that portion. It's like, okay. So basically that's what happened to her. And for decades upon decades, she was trying, centuries, she was trying to reach out to get help. And it's like, okay, hold on. You want me to believe that she's a victim and that she was trying to reach out to get people to help her? And by the second time, she didn't notice that, I was trying to get them to help me, but I killed them. But yet, I still kept on trying to get help. Dumbass. Extreme dumbass. By the second time, it's like, okay, so I should never try that again. It wasn't a fluke. And now here we go with her doing what freaking, Bella or whatever, Emma, I don't freaking damn remember the freaking main character's name. She got stuck in the freaking damn mirror too by the end of the third episode. She figured out in the fourth episode, condensation power. She's able to write in the damn ass mirror. So why the fuck the lady in the damn ass piece of shit mirror could not figure out that I could do that shit too? I should have figured that shit out instead of writing the damn diary. Number 2. If you can write in a damn ass diary, then you could have experimented to the point of where maybe you can write in a damn diary and tell them to help me. Please help me out of here. I'm in the damn ass mirror. I don't know how to get the fuck out. Help me. Instead, it's more like, yeah, I think she did say help me, but she's so damn stupid that she didn't know that she could actually, she knows that she could actually affect things in the freaking world. in the freaking room. But yet you didn't know that, oh yeah, I can write in a diary and it can read outside. Fucking piece of dumbass girl. Dumbass woman. And let me just make the second record straight, just in case people will be like, oh, you're sexist. Like, even when it came to a boy getting stuck in the side of the mirror, and the girl is like, yeah, most likely would be like, yeah, but sadly, if it was the girl being evil, she would do it better just because, you know? So basically, they were trying to get the diary and set up everything to do it. But then all of a sudden, reading the damn ass journal, they were like, oh no, she's not the bad guy. It's Cutter, her somewhat boyfriend. We need to summon him and trap him in the mirror and set her free. What now? What now? What now? It's like, what the fuck now? What exactly what? No, we need to banish her damn spirit. We need to banish her ass. That's what we need to do. Banish her damn ass spirit. And yet, you guys were bastards enough being like, no, we need to find a guy. And it's like, dude, he might be freaking damn dead. He might be dead. He might have descendants. And, well, now we're gonna freaking screw over the descendants. It's like, yeah, we need the person who has Cutter's blood and make a sacrifice. And then there we go. She's alive. She's now out while he's dead. Now the descendant's dead because, well, oops, his ancestor fucked her over. But no, it turns out, and I was like, oh, well, someone marauded and stole his freaking stuff from his freaking, coffin. Or supernatural rules, they burn that shit because they were like, oh man, we need to get rid of this damn ass ghost. We're pretty sure Cutter might be revolved around this shit. We burned his shit. We burned his body. We burned his freaking items. We burned shit. But then it turns out that Cutter is alive and somehow he's immortal, even though it's like, so girly dumbass idiot over here who's trying to get help was only making sure he lives forever by absorbing their spirit, and he got their spirit, so she's basically just a middleman, and she doesn't know that shit, and somehow what the fuck? 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 What the serious fuck? Alright, so then I finally got to the fourth one. And let me just say that I'm recording this on like the 26th, 27th. It came out on the 13th. So that's like 2 weeks later. 2 weeks later. Because I'm like, yeah, I was kind of done with this. They do ghost crap throughout the whole entire thing, you know, just fun ghost like freaking damn stuff and stories and bullshit. And it's like, okay, cool, but you know, I don't touch that shit. It's like, it's not a good idea. People will be like, oh well, that's just to play. And it's like, no, dude. Everything they do most likely is fucking real. And you shouldn't be doing shit. It's like, yeah, it's like, let me tell you, kids, if you're still listening, but chances are you're not, teenagers and adults, let me tell you, you shouldn't be doing any of that crap at all. No Ouija boards, none of that freaking homemade shit they did. Don't do it, okay? Because the only thing you're going to do is fuck things up. Don't do anything. There's my PSA. Ding, 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 ding. But anyways, so the fourth one came, and she's stuck in the mirror now. And of course, I figure it's like, oh, you're going to do a sacrificial thing. It seems like the ghost of Nick Ghost or Matt Ghost is going to sacrifice himself to get her out of the freaking mirror. And it's like, that makes sense. And they were like, no. Of course, no. Cutter was able to put his used to be girlfriend back into the mirror. Good for him. And yep. At first they were like, oh, we're going to get Cutter and we're going to make an exchange. And it's like, you're still obsessed with fucking Cutter, guys? You're still obsessed with Cutter? Here's a good question. Who the fuck is going to run the damn hotel when Cutter's gone? Because I'm pretty sure he's running the damn hotel. Who's running the hotel if he's gone? You dumbasses. And note, the writers don't even explain that shit either. Hey. So, they actually, Matt or Nick took it amongst himself. He sacrificed, of course, LGBTQ issues. Yeah, he couldn't say goodbye. He's going to say, I'm going to rescue you. I'm going to figure out how to save you. And it's like, yeah, it's kind of like when you make it to the final boss. If you have anything that you need to do, good idea to do it before you go against the final boss. They didn't listen to that rule, especially him, and he thought he can come back later and save them. No. So what they decided to do is get all the people who lost their lives together to help hound freaking Cutter to go outside, and then cool that they actually decided to use the beach area reflection to do the seance or whatever ceremony. Oh, fuck. Okay, so what they basically did was use the reflection of the beach area as a mirror and summon her back. And, well, the main character pushed Cutter off the freaking boat, and they swap lives. So now the lady in the mirror, the woman in the mirror, is now free. And she comes out, and she's on the beach. Hey! And she ascends to heaven. Okay, hold on. So then, who's running the damn ass hotel, though? That's do I have the question is, who's running the damn ass hotel? Who's running it? Who is running the damn ass hotel? Fuck. It's like, yes, I have to explain later, but for right now, all I can do is just finish it. So I'm gonna finish it. Note, she got to see her sister Bella on the other side. And to me, it seemed like as if we're basically now being like, hey, no one knows Casper, the original movie from 1995, right? These freaking teenagers and kids that's watching this, they don't know shit. So let's steal some shit from that. And it's like, wow. Yeah, so basically, they decided to steal lines from Casper. Not word for word, but technically they took nuance from it. So they basically said that, oh, if you have unfinished business, you stay over there. And it's like, oh, wink to Casper. And here you are basically acting like I have unfinished business. You have unfinished business. You allow me to be unfinished business, which is like, that's what happened in the dad of Casper. He had unfinished business with the mom. And that's what he's been doing that whole entire time, is searching for his wife's spirit. And of course, at the end of the movie, he got to have that, but it's revealed, just like Bella, they have peace. They have ascended to heaven. The only reason why they showed up is for comforting words to help them let it go. And that's what happened. Yeah, and that's what basically Bella, it's like, they stole most of this from that. And it's like, damn, the only messed up part is that Casper did it so much better. No, actually, no, this was good. It was good. It's just weird that they decided to mix it in with memories too. And it's like, I would have been better if you guys didn't do all of this freaking crap, you know? Just allow it to be a heart-to-heart. All you have to do is basically look at freaking Goosebumps, see the effect that they did with Hannah Fairchild, and use it on her. Hannah Fairchild Stein. Yeah, just make her like ghostly, you know? You don't have to be like, oh, well, she's real, but we're able to mix in some memories and we can alter her voice and make it echoey, and that's how we make it ghost. That's how we do it ghostly. And it's like, no, I'm sorry, but that was throwing me off. That really throws me off. And I'm like, yeah, I kind of didn't like that. It's nice. It was a heartwarming moment, but that kind of distracted me a bit. So that's what's going on here. That's what's going on. They ended it with them coming together now, being the Midnight Society, because Bella's like, tell more stories. I'm there with you in spirit. Yep, no pun intended. And they started to do it, and they just basically told the story that they still remember. But lo and behold, when they released the freaking original person that was, in quotations, the victim, turns out that everyone who was taken has gotten a second chance at life slash were put back where they were in the world. So 1983, the mom of 2 children, they lived. They get to live out their lives. Do we get to see anything that happened with that? Nope. What about freaking Nick slash Matt? Well, he got to grow up. He got to see Scream. It wasn't ruined for him. And he's like, oh, well, if you're able to come back in 1996, we can continue on where we left off. Okay, well, it's kind of funny where it's like, he would have been a messed up creeper. He decided to be like, yeah, I'm just going to write a letter instead of coming there. Let's see. He would be like 20 plus years older than he was. So he's like in his 30s, or maybe even more than that. It's like, yeah, that would have been a bittersweet freaking thing there where it's like, yep. It's like, yep, the age is like, at least they had the nuance to be like, yeah, we're not going to do the age thing. Yeah, we're not going to do the age thing at all. We're not going to have a young man and an older man, older man, and they're having a romance. It's like, yeah, well, yep, you didn't want to step over that line, did you? No, you didn't. You did not want to step over that line. You sure didn't want to do that. No. No. Oh, man. No, you didn't. So here's just a little bit of fun parts that totally suck. So from this whole entire thing, I think Cutter's been around for centuries, right? Has he done anything evil? Well, besides keeping the woman in the mirror and making sure that she didn't really take out people, and he did good until like recently. Well, 1996. Yeah, but after 1996, has anyone else been taken? Well, technically, no. It was like 2004 when his friend tried to look for him. But after that, no one else. After that, no one else. Not until he actually pushed someone in the mirror. So, basically, he did good. He did good. And there was nothing of where he's like power and get monies and I just can't. I just can't see him as a freaking damn villain. I just can't. Misguided, immortal, yeah. But could he have actually died? Yes, if she wasn't a stupid, dumbass idiot and kept powering him, because that's what she technically was doing. But yeah, apparently she's a freaking victim, and it's not like he made her work for him and take out more and more souls and stuff. No. And who was the person in the first place that made her do that freaking damn thing? Was that him who actually made her do the whole thing from the Book of Shadows? No, that was her. Just like when it comes to Carly Beth in The Haunted Mask. She either paid for it or stole the mask. She paid for it or stole the mask, and now she got the consequences of it. And I know the consequences suck, and there was no cure, unlike Carly Beth, but the thing is that you stole the damn book. The lady told you not to do that shit. And you did it. And you did it. So what now? It's like, what now? It's like, no, you need to be banished. Frick that. No, don't save her. She need to be banished. If she was stupid enough to do that crap, no. It's like, oh, but she's been suffering for centuries. She should actually have it end. Yeah, end by her going to freaking hell. And by going to freaking hell. And allow the freaking others to go to heaven. I know they didn't get to have a good life, but... And I think technically everyone remembers what happened before. So it's like, do you really want the people who had to live there for decades as ghosts? Did you really want them to have second chances but remember the past? Yeah, wait until you actually see the freaking therapist bill for everyone else who came back. The therapist bills should be like big, where it's like, the little girl might have to do it, plus she's kind of kleptomaniac, so that has to be handled too. And the mom has to talk about the fact of where it's like there's a lot of things where it's like they didn't need to return. They needed to go upstairs. That's what really needed to happen. They needed to go to heaven. They shouldn't actually have returned back. Because again, you're not finding the real thing of where it's like, this is not good. This is not good. So that's like the few things that's like very bad where it's like, okay, so I guess nothing changed at the freaking hotel, but I would have preferred y'all guys comforted me by being like, well, we see there was maybe a new manager. I'm not sure. She was like, there is no room 13. There was renovations that happened. And of course, as you can see, they couldn't bring back the ghost. But considering they did that as a happy ending, it's like, seriously? So I guess she is the freaking manager, but if she was the freaking manager, then why the hell was Nick/Matt at the front desk? Unless you're trying to say that they were also understaffed. We're just like, oh, they were understaffed then? Well, in the beginning of the freaking show? So what does that tell you about getting rid of one less person? Getting rid of one less person when they're actually understaffed because he was the one running the desk. And he's the manager. But, hey, sure, apparently they don't need a manager or they need one less person to work the freaking hotel. So here's how I would actually have saved this. Here's how I would have saved it to make it like, oh, you want him as a bad guy? Okay, I can make him a freaking bad guy. Here we go. The good news is that he doesn't have to go down. We can still have the bad guy. You can still have the bad guy, but you don't need to have this crap of being like, oh, well, he's immortal. That doesn't make sense. That don't make sense at all unless you're trying to say that, again, she's the freaking middleman that doesn't know crap and she's a dumbass idiot and has been freaking siphoning energy off of everyone that she killed to make him immortal, which makes it like, and you want me to believe that she's a freaking damn victim? Whatever. Whatever, man. So, how to fix this? It's very simple. We have two ideas. Idea one, if you really want him to be a messed up piece of trash, then how about the fact of where not only that he was siphoning energy from girly idiot over here, but also he was benefiting from their deaths. Yes, he was benefiting from their deaths. That everything that they left behind, you were able to sell. Like the speaking spell and stuff like that, or he was able to freaking just, somehow get life insurance stuff. Or just the fact of where it's like, if he has insurance for people who die in the freaking hotel or go missing in the hotel or something like that. So he's able to do every single time someone dies, he gets $200,000, $1 million. It's a freaking thing that happened in a hotel and he got insurance and he's benefiting off of it. To the point of where it's like, fuck it. Let her kill whoever she wants. It benefits me because I'm able to take their life energy, and it benefits the freaking hotel in my pockets because, well, and I guess the even better idea is the idea of maybe he was getting millionaires to come over. So he has millionaire guests coming over. As soon as they're dead, there we go. Basically the fact of maybe not insurance for the hotel, but more the fact of he's getting luxurious millionaires to come in and go into room 13, where after they're dead, look at all this money they left behind, look at all this jewels that they have, look at all this stuff that he has, and he's able to sell and get himself rich. That's messed the fuck up. That's a freaking bad guy that sucks ass. What the fuck? And of course, we can go with the whole thing of Cutter, and I'm pretty sure I enjoyed the idea of Cutter and his generation after generation. The fact of he got to live a decent life. He got to live all the life that she had. And then after that, he actually sired children. And that's who's running the hotel, is his descendants of descendants. And you could easily say that maybe they didn't know about what Cutter did. Maybe they didn't know he changed his name, like in the show. And he hit the past. And, well, the heirloom that they have is the compass, and they're wearing it. And maybe you have a complete jerk ass who's like, I'm not giving you my compass. I like this freaking thing. No, if we gotta find another way, because I don't want you to take something that belongs to me that's been passed around generations. Or the fact that he's a freaking grave robber or something like that. And there we go. So you still got your bad guy, freaky damn Cutter. The jerk ass right here's a jerk ass being like, yeah, I don't know. Or, like I said, when it comes to the person who's doing millions upon millions, freaking millionaires, definitely millionaires with a special suite, then all you got to do is basically just have him be like, how can you fix this? Is there any way to fix this? And he finds the journal, hid the journal, broke open Cutter's freaking coffin, grabbed his freaking compass, and hid it on his person because, well, he's making millions upon millions of dollars by getting millionaires to come over and get into room 13. So it gets very funny where it's like, you see, this is how you get a villain. And this is how you can actually make it to the point where it's like the guy that you want to be a villain, well, either he is just someone who's benefiting off the freaking damn rich who dies or go missing, or just the fact of dude's a descendant. He feels sorry for what's going on, but he's not going to let go of his heirloom without a fight. Well, not really a fight, just arguments. And eventually he does. It would be cool if it was actually, it's like I preferred the whole twist thing is kind of stupid. That's a real thing. And that's where you lost me. I would prefer it's just the fact of where the dude is just a dude, or that's his descendant or something. Ancestor, and the ancestor's a jerk ass. And there we go. That's all. That's all you really got to do. But they decided to just be like, oh, Cutter. It's revealed that Cutter's been living for centuries. No idea how he got the life energy, but I guess being on the other side, he stole all the energy, or she's feeding him. We don't know how that works out. And of course, she's a victim. It's like, so at the end of the day, this whole entire freaking season, I don't know. I guess by a crazy miracle, you somehow made season 2 better than season 3 because season 3 decided to go with this freaking dumb, stupid idea. I wish y'all guys just did what I just said. Just make it a freaking greedy jerk ass who actually is benefiting off people going missing. That's millionaires upon millionaires, I would have preferred that because it looks like it's a luxurious hotel. It makes sense that you might actually have people going missing and then don't say shit and be like, yep, well, I got his Rolex. He drove in a car that he actually got imported there so he can drive. Now I have that car. Now I can sell it. I like that instead of this crap of where it's like freaking damn Cutter is still alive. So that's all I have to say. Thank goodness I was able to do this inside now. But that's all I got to say is that they did good for the first half, but the second half made it excruciating to continue on. It's like as soon as they did the reveal where it's like, and Cutter's alive and she's a victim and we need to capture Cutter and replace her. And I was like, dude. I would have preferred the idea too that they fucked up and, well, the hotel is closing now because the manager is gone. Since the manager is gone, there's no one managing it. So they're going to finish off with all of these freaking tourists. But then after that, it's gone. Feel sorry for the island because this is the only thing that was income. Damn. I understand that this is for teenagers, kids and teenagers. But at the end of the day, though, notice that the teenagers and kids will grow up and they're going to look later in life and see what you did for season 1, season 2, and season 3. And then they're going to notice stuff where it's like, stuff up and basically say what I'm saying, or who knows, maybe you sucker them in and say, oh, it's still good. Or they find something even more worse of a flaw. And it's like, well, hey, the guy's done it. You thought it was a good idea. It wasn't a good idea. You should have just went with the whole idea of Cutter screwed her over. You got to look for Cutter. Or, hey, I had even a crazier idea. It's like, maybe Cutter still actually is alive and he has ancestors. And Cutter's up there in the freaking special secret room. And he's just there as if king. Yep, he's just running the show in the background. And he's like, yeah, fuck you. It's like, yeah, fuck you. I have my descendants, and that's even worse, where it's like, if you do get rid of Cutter, then his descendants go away too. Damn. Anyways, I'm just gonna go now. I did what I needed to do. Now I can actually go party.
She's gonna get it. Oh, she's gonna get it. She's gonna get it. Oh, she's gonna get it.